Every time I made a content of MMORPG game, most of my subscribers always ask me to get the MMORPG no autoplay. So our team made a special video about it to answer your question, but also we'll try to find the best one as the game will have a huge potential in the future. And right now it's totally worth to play. Remember to like this video to reach 200 likes. Thanks. Top 10 Best No Autoplay MMORPG Mobile. Best MMORPG No Autoplay Game for Android iOS. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Starstrike. Starstrike. I've tried this game since the first beta, but then the second time I play it, I feel this game has a significant improvement by the graphic and how smooth the game is to play in the maximum setting, which the developer already making a huge progress through the second beta. I wonder how the game will become when it's released globally. Starstrike has a very unique MMORPG base. We will play as a human that full of armor even when we just play the game. The armor looks so incredible. It's set in a modern and futuristic era where the sci-fi looks so dominant. The gameplay of Starstrike is the MMORPG no autoplay at all. We should get the mission by playing manually, and also how the combat is 100% no autoplay MMORPG. We can even create a combination attack by tapping a specific button when it appears in a short period of time. We will start selecting a different races. They are Tooram and Vulcan. This MMORPG has a trade system between the players that makes me feel like playing a classical MMORPG, which is no autoplay MMO and able to trade. Because those features mostly make a player keep playing the game, and Starstrike will become the most played MMORPG Android and iOS. Please note those experience I play on beta testing only. Everything can be changed when it's released. Hopefully the developer will keep the no auto features in this MMO. Dark Bean. Dark Bean, I'm sure most of you know this game, but we don't even get any news about the global release game. That's the reason why I put this game on my list of the best no autoplay MMORPG on mobile. Dark Bean actually has a semi-MMO games which we are only able to meet and find the other players while we are in the city. But mostly the main gameplay is a hack and slash game which we should get into the dungeon to continue the main quest. This game really gives me a nice game experience of the action game. The way our hero wields the sword is absolutely phenomenal. Remember, Dark Bean is no autoplay MMORPG. That makes we should always focus on the enemy's attack and try to get the best timing to do a counter attack or parry his attack. We can transform ourselves to enhance the skill to boost our hero's strength when the gauge meter reach the limit. Always try to master our dash actions to avoid the attack. By doing a multiple dodge will significantly grant our winning chance bigger. This is the best no auto game MMORPG Android. Age of Kagan. Age of Kagan, Thailand. This is what I call with hidden MMORPG games. Seriously, after watching this video, you will realize how many players are playing this game. Even all the players seems like a veteran who has played for more than a year. Look at their armor, it's so shiny with a lot of amazing aura around them. Surely this game reminds me of a golden era MMORPG no autoplay. Even the graphics are not their priority, but the gameplay is what the player are looking for. Every single action will need to be played manually. The game has a trade system and most of the players are looking for some rare equipment from the other players. Honestly, the combat battle of the Age of Kagan Thailand is quite clunky, which I can totally understand how this looks. But you cannot underestimate the game by the graphic because it will make your opponent feel a little hit when you optimize your game setting. In the open world, we are able to do a PK or player kills freely, but we need to reach a certain level to enjoy these features. The game starts with selecting 2 factions and 6 different classes selections. I'm sure the developer will try to make this game become a PvP MMORPG as his priority. I would suggest you to play it when you want to get a PC MMO's experience on mobile. Rivalis Academia. Rivalis Academia New Dawn or Ren Mobile. Finally someone making Ren Mobile, but I'm not sure if this is the official one or the private server, because I checked it on any Play Store, it's not available yet, but the developer will open the beta testing through the APK download. Actually I don't really care about it as long as we can play the Ren Mobile, which really reminds me of the glory of no auto MMORPG game. Such an amazing nostalgic. Rivalis Academia New Dawn or Ren Mobile will have some features like the trade system between the players to earn an extra in-game gold through trading the items. PvP or player versus player will be the best features that MMORPG looking for, interacting with the NPC and how we are able to open the world chatting global. The combat mechanism will consume some mana points when we cast a spell. Try to fight against the dummy first to learn and master the skills description. Rivalis Academia New Dawn or Ren Mobile is the best MMORPG no autoplay game for Android and iOS. AOT Tales RPG AOT Tales Online. Seriously, this game is getting more attention from the new players, or even the game is starting busier and more players start playing this game more and more. Look at how many players are playing the game while I'm in the city. It's pretty insane how massive the number is. The game has become one of the most played MMORPG for mobile right now. There are tons of reasons why it can be happening. The no autoplay MMORPG features will be the first priority, and how the players can do a trade between the players. PvP is allowed and we can ask the duel to the other players. Try to get some extra in-game gold by selling some items or equipment through opening the stall at the plaza, and leave the game while waiting for someone to buy your items. The game is pretty clear about where we should go. The small hint on the map would be great helpful for you to find the next mission. The combat mechanism is really attractive and smooth. Lock the enemy and do a manual attack would be your best way to wipe out every single monster. RPG AOT Tales Online is the best no autoplay MMORPG for Android and iOS. You can play now. Revival or Planet Reboot. This game will be one of the best upcoming MMORPG no autoplay MMO. Can you imagine how the mobile game will come with this graphic level? Such a great and perfect visual. I would admit this game has the top tier visual than the other MMO. In fact, we can play the game with our friends, but the developer are successfully delivering the game's storyline becomes an adventure. We will have so many cutscenes of a dialogue between the NPC and our hero. The game has fully voiceover. Unfortunately, it does not come in English yet. We need to wait for this game to be released on global very soon. Earth Revival or Planet Reboot is a massively multiplayer game that lets the player play the whole game in manual. We will have some combination of survival base as well, by getting some material of wood or stone around us to build up the base and crafting new equipment. The combat mechanism is really good, even the primary weapon is a gun, but I think this is a new game's experience to play no autoplay MMORPG with a gun as the main weapon. I will rate 10 to 10 for the graphic visual, storyline and the gameplay. Villagers and Heroes. Villagers and Heroes. After doing some research, we are so shocked how the game has so many players who keep playing it and get so many good reviews by the player, and most of them giving a 5-star scores. Villagers and Heroes will become the best WoW alternative, or I can call it the best World of Warcraft mobile. The character creation is truly what the classical MMORPG should be. The game needs to play manually and no autoplay at all. We should continuously tap the attack button and also tap the skill icon. The music is absolutely adorable and stunning. It feels so relaxing, especially when we are in the village. The NPC looks so pretty alive while they all seems to have a dialogue between the NPC. When we meet the other players, then we can trade some items, weapons and armor. Just to inform you, most of the players say it's kind of no pay to win MMORPG as well, which we can get good items and equipment through killing the common monster and try to find out the world boss for the rare equipment. Villagers and Heroes still become the best MMORPG no autoplay game for Android and iOS now. Adventure Quest 3D. Adventure Quest 3D. This MMORPG is one of the legendary games on mobile. Not many MMOs can stay longer for more than 5 years, but this game will answer your challenge. I'm sure the first impression you will get will blow your mind about how the game really takes us on the next level of classic games. I highly recommend you to play the game in the Red Dragon server because most of the players are playing there and you will realize how massive the player is. Adventure Quest 3D is well known as the best no-auto game MMORPG. Every single action should be done manually and we must read the storyline to know the next mission. We can ask the challenge to the other players to do a PvP between two of us. This will be the best way to know your hero's potential and how strong we have built up our characters. No matter what your phone spec is, I'm sure you will be able to play this game perfectly on your devices. AQ 3D is the best no-autoplay MMORPG games for mobile. Tooram Online. Tooram Online. I'm sure most of my subscribers are familiar with this game because my team is frequently describing this game. Actually, there is a ton of reason why Tooram is always getting into the list. It's because it has so much access. The main priority is this game is one of the best 3D anime MMORPG no-auto game. I really love how every player keep their effort on collecting their stunning armor and weapon on his main character. That's why every player that we see always represents an amazing equipment. Even though we all know the game doesn't have any autoplay on finding the mission, but the combat mechanism allows us to hit the enemy continuously by his basic attack. We only need to tap the target once. The skill will cost some energy, but that will be refilled slightly every second. Wait for it to recharge before unleashing the skill. Tooram Online is the best MMORPG no autoplay for mobile, Android and iOS. Jagger. I'm not sure if you would like to agree with me if this game is the best no autoplay MMORPG for mobile or RPG, because the game's concept is we only able to meet the players when we are in the village, and also the number of the player available to see is limited, which we can count and adjust it on the game's setting menu. It's not more than 20 players, so those number is quite small though, but when we remember MMORPGs mean massively in players number. In fact, we need to get into the portal or dungeon to fight with the enemy. Surely the combat mechanism is no autoplay action game where we play against a huge size of monster. We can do a special movement by holding down the basic attack button to unleash the heavy damage, but we need to make a prediction to find the best timing to unleash it. I love how tough the boss battle is. Their movements and actions is unpredictable. Jagger is the best no-auto MMORPG game for Android and iOS. Rise from Disaster. Bonus: Rise from Disaster. Not many people notice about this game. Even the game has launched the beta testing twice, but suddenly this game is faded. But actually, from my opinion, this game has a unique storyline where we play the MMORPG that is combined with a zombie game. So our main enemy is a zombie that we can kill all by using our huge great sword. We don't have any weapon optional anymore, but when our weapon is broken, then we can use the bare hand to fight. But the damage will be way smaller. Many of the players think this is an action RPG game, but actually we can play this game together with our friends, just like the MMORPG. The combat mechanism is the absolutely no auto MMO. We can drag the skill into the enemy that we wanted. These all are the best no autoplay MMORPG games, and remember, this is only the part 1, which I will create the second part later on. Please stay tuned. Remember to like this video and support this channel to get 200 likes. See you on the next video. Thanks.